a pretty nice mild day outside. It's extremely windy, but the temperatures are nice, so I'm going to be taking that Whirlpool 5000 BTU outside and cleaning it. That's the one that's made by LG. And I'm also going to take that 5250 BTU Kenmore outside and clean it. That one's also made by LG. And I'm starting this video in the basement because it's super windy outside, and you probably won't be able to hear me talking or anything because there'll just be wind noise on the camera. So I'm going to disassemble these pretty much all the way down in the basement, and then I'll take them outside and wash them and then bring them back down here and reassemble them. And I'll show you what they look like inside. I'm going to start with the Kenmore and start by taking this off, I guess. Filter's pretty dusty on this one, so I'll be washing that too. Evaporator coil's not bad, but I'm pretty sure the inside of the condenser is coated with dust. Outside of it is in perfect condition. This doesn't have any dents on it at all. So this air conditioner is in pretty good shape. And there's the information. Alright, take this out of here. Okay, so these knobs do have to come off to get this panel off of here. Got that one off by pulling out on this, and it sort of pulled this control knob out a little bit, and I was able to grip on the sides and get it off of there. But this one is being a little bit more difficult. It's really hard to get a grip on this. Alright, there is a screw right there under where that control knob was, so can't forget to take that off. Lucky I didn't break something because I didn't notice that right away. Cover's now off, and it looks like we got a wiring diagram in here. Let's take a look at that. Got a wiring diagram there. I got the side panels off. These were screwed in. And I'm going to take this top piece off and the rest of the cover. Looks like we got some screws on the side. Same for this side. And then two on the back, just on the bottom. There's nothing on the top corners. Got the cover off. Bit of dust on that condenser, but it's not, well, that actually does look pretty bad. Well, if you take the light away from it, you can see through it, but you don't really notice all the dust until you point the light at it. So, bottom, it's a bit dirty. It's not really all that rusty at all. Only rust is down in that corner right there, but other than that, it's in pretty good shape. There's the indoor blower wheel. And it has an LG compressor in it. It says Hero on it, just like the one in one of my White Westinghouse air conditioners. And there's the capacitor, switch and thermostat. I'm going to take this thing outside and I'm going to wash it now. Got the Kenmore all washed out. I'll show you the bottom of it. It's a lot cleaner than it was, and there's not a bunch of junk sitting down in the corner. Yeah, the whole thing is pretty clean inside now. Condenser's nice and clean. Evaporator's clean. I would say drill a drain hole in these, just like I did with those General Electric air conditioners from 2014, but I think these are a little tougher. I doubt they'll rust as much and have the same problems, but you know, it would never hurt to drill a drain hole. This unit is from the early 2000s. Now, another thing I did when I had this outside, I took this screw out and this screw out so I could lift this fan shroud up a little bit so I could, let me get my light again. I did that so I could wash out the dirt that was on the inside of that shroud on the bottom. As you can see, it's nice and clean in there, but there was some dirt, so I lifted it up so it could go underneath it and out the side. And in addition to those two screws, it's clipped in right there and then down there. Alright, pretty much all put back together. I washed the filter and the front grill. So this thing is super clean now, and it is ready for some hot weather. Let me check and see what our airflow is like. I don't know if the compressor's going to start. It's probably not going to. Air coming out of there feels nice, or smells nice and fresh. And we're getting plenty of airflow through the condenser. So now let's move on to the Whirlpool. Okay, now it's time to take the Whirlpool apart. Take the front grill off. And I just washed the filter on this morning, so it's nice and clean already. And got a screw holding the front cover on right there. The rest of it is just clips. And just like on the Kenmore, you do have to pull these knobs off to get the front cover off. A lot easier to do on this one. And just like the Kenmore, the evaporator coil is pretty clean in this one. Doesn't have that same sheet with the wiring diagrams and stuff on it. Disassembly on this one is pretty much the same as it was on the Gold Star. This one actually has more screws. It's got 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom and back, 2 right here, and then 1 right there. And of course the ones that hold the side panels on will have to come out. This will have to come off. And then on this side there's only 2 screws rather than 3. So let's take all those off. Okay, cover's off. Inside of this one is a bit different. And there's absolutely no rust in the bottom of it whatsoever. Evaporator is very clean. Just a little bit of dirt in the bottom, that's it. The condenser coil is even really clean. There's a little bit of fuzz on it right there, but for the most part, this thing is in really good shape and it's really clean. So, I'm still going to wash it out just because that's what I do. A few dents on the coil, but nothing too bad. And this does have a Matsushita compressor. It's kind of hard to see the label, but that is what it is. I probably won't have to lift this fan shroud up on this unit because there's not like any big pieces of junk in the bottom of it like there was on the other one. And this one also doesn't have that support piece that goes across here, so this would probably be easier to take off anyway. I'm back in the house with the Whirlpool. It's very, very clean now. Condenser is pretty much perfect. Look at how clean the bottom of this thing is. No rust whatsoever on that side. And the bottom pan itself on this side has no rust on it either. The only rust is right down there, this metal piece on the end of the coil. But that's it. This thing is in really good shape. I did lift the fan shroud up on this one too, just so I could flush out the dirt that was inside of there. And we're all put back together. I doubt the compressor will start, but we'll see. That's fan only. Good airflow. No compressor. It's alright. Yep, it's nice and clean, and so is the Kenmore.